Timothy Bradley. Tim, how you doing?
I'm alright. What's happening, man?
Man, you sound tired over there, my friend.
I'm been putting in work, man.
Let's see, can't we live you up?
WBO welterweight champion of the world, the Desert Storm, Timothy.
And still, man. I love those words, man. What's happening, man?
You damn right.
Yeah.
You damn right, and still. I have one question for you before I pass you to my co-host.
Go ahead.
Well, actually, it's a two-part question. How bad was the ankle injury? Was it a torn ligament or was it broken bones?
No, it was pulled ligaments. It wasn't torn. They were pulled underneath the bottom of my foot. I forget the name of what he called it, but you doctors out there can probably tell me what it is. But it was right underneath my arch, and it was pulled ligaments. And then that was my left foot. Then I had a severe sprain on my right foot. And
now,
that was terrible, man.
The second part of my question is this. With those two bad legs, the night of the fight, you were able to do what you did. Many of those punches, you were able to basically look like Neo in the Matrix. Yeah. And your face didn't look like any of Pacquiao's previous opponents. So my one question to you is, are we going to hear this introduction that you just heard right now on April 12th after the 12th round? Because you're going to be 100% Timothy Bradley. And if you can do that with two broken legs, you have to be able to do more than that on two good legs.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm a completely different fighter than I was 2 years ago, man. I've been through some trials and tribulations, man. I've been through some ups, I've been through some downs, man, and it's just made me stronger as a person and as a fighter, man. And I'm going to fight. I'm full of confidence as usual, guys. I've already been in the ring with Pacquiao once before, so I know what to expect. I don't expect anything different. I don't expect him to just overnight just become some different fighter, man. He's the same. He's the same. He runs the combinations, runs out on angles, comes back combinations. He's a speedster, man. And I know what to expect. I'll make him miss and make him pay. But with two good feet, absolutely, I feel that I definitely would be able to take a lot of what Pacquiao loves to do. He loves guys that come straight in at him and apply pressure so he can, spin out those angles on him. But, he got a smart guy in front of him, man. And, the end of the 12th round, if it goes 12, my hands will be victorious, man. I say this over and over and over and over. And, it's like a broken record, man. I could play it all day, all night. But, the fans and people just got to believe, man. They just got to believe. If they don't believe it, then keep losing their money.
Now, Tim, I want to piggyback off of what Ness said about the ankle injury, because in any other sport, if an athlete suffers those injuries, they're out of the game, and they're going to be on the disabled list for a couple months. Yeah. You were able to persevere, like Ness said. Do you think people aren't really giving you the credit for being able to do what you did that night under those conditions?
And you know what? It's funny that you guys even bring up the ankle injury, because most people don't even bring it up because they act like it's irrelevant, to the equation, man. I had two banged up feet. I was in a wheelchair, dude. I couldn't even figure to walk, on my own, dude. It was horrible. I was in a wheelchair for 2 months. It's crazy, man. I'm a mobile guy. I like to go get around and go places and spend time with my kids and stuff, man. And I couldn't even do that, man. I get in the car, I got to freaking stop, I got to get in this wheelchair and roll. It's terrible, man. It was terrible. But, yeah, I think a lot of people is definitely overlooking the fact that I had injuries in those fights, and I still was able to do what I can do, man, and still box and grind it out, dude. And, it was my time, man. It was my time to shine. And, I didn't get that shine, but, I got the win. And, I'm not really happy with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I got the win. It's like, but it felt like I lost, man, because everybody was like, oh, you didn't win. And I'm like, man, guess I did. Like, man, he didn't touch me. I don't believe in the box, the compy box or whatever. I mean, there's been many times, man, where I sit down and they say, oh, well, he threw, 85 punches this round. And I'm like, let me go back slow-mo and let's count every punch that I threw in the round. And it's like they're off by like 20 punches. It's ridiculous.
No, I agree. I want to go back to another question that I asked. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I want to go back to a question that I asked your trainer, Joel Diaz, a couple of weeks ago. This whole killer instinct thing with Manny Pacquiao, oh, he's got his killer instinct back. You know, every time a bad performance happens with Manny Pacquiao, they make up an excuse, whether it be the calves, the cramps in the calves, or the killer instinct. Now, supposedly he got this killer instinct back in the Marquez fight and he got knocked out. What is your take on this? Because does he have it or does he not have it? Can he change? What do you expect come fight night?
Man, the killer instinct kind of got on Pacquiao's skin. And I wasn't the first one to say it. His own fans said it. I got it from his fans, reading all his fans, posts and blogs. It was just like, they were like, he's not the same. He lost his killer instinct. He backed off of Rios. He had him hurt. This type of things. And I could see it in the fight. And I was just like, man, is he carrying this guy? Like, he's hitting it with everything, but he's not going to go. The old Pacquiao would have went for the gusto, man. He went for it. But this Pacquiao seems like he's more compassionate. And, I was in an interview with him. I was face-to-face with him, and I was trying to get him to say something. He wouldn't even say anything. He's like, oh, well, I really can't say what I want to say because, of my beliefs, but, it's going to be a good fight as long as it lasts. I'm like, just tell me you're going to knock me the fuck out. Just tell me you're going to knock me out. That's all you got to say. Tell me that you're going to knock me out. That's it. What's so hard to say that? You know what I mean? Why is it so hard to say that, man? And he's still compassionate, man. He still has a huge heart, man, and, I honestly don't think he's the same guy. I think skill-wise, he's phenomenal. Skill-wise, he's phenomenal. He's fast, great combinations, crisp shots, moves in and out on angles. I mean, he's Pacquiao. But as far as heart, as far as, his love for the game still, as far as his love for people, I think it's completely 360, man. That's just my opinion.
Yep. Now, I know you said even if you beat Pacquiao in this rematch, you don't feel as though you'll be the number one pound-for-pound fighter over Floyd Mayweather. But I'm going to ask you a tough question here. Would there be a case that maybe you could be number two after this fight?
I don't know. There's a possibility. There's a possibility, man. I win this fight in good fashion, and I get the respect that is there. There's a possibility I could move to the number two spot. But, Andre Ward is a buddy of mine. He's a really, really intelligent fighter, man. And, it really doesn't matter, man. Like I said, I'm not going to stop until I become number one. So whether you have number two or number three or whatever after I win this fight, I mean, it really don't matter, man, because like I said, I'm just going to keep working hard, man. I'm just going to keep working hard and just grinding it out, man, until I become the number one fighter in the world, man. It's one of my goals.
Now, I know you said that you felt that Marquez had a more difficult style than Pacquiao, and obviously you've been in there with both men. Who hits harder, in your opinion?
Man, they both can punch, man. Pacquiao's more crisp, man. He's just really, he throws so many punches, and, all the shots are stiff. You know what I'm saying? Marquez is a little bit more, I want to say, he's more craftier, and he has very heavy hands. And, it's like, Pacquiao's punches are like sharpers, like boom, it can daze you really quickly. Marquez is more like a thudding punch, like boom, you feel it, but it didn't rattle me. It was just like, dang, he got heavy hands. I don't want to get hit with that again. But I think the difference between both fighters, I think Marquez is a little bit smarter. Get Pacquiao, but Pacquiao is so much more busier, and he's really busy with his offense, and that's basically his defense, is his offense.
Mm-hmm. Now I want to ask you one last question before I pass you off to James. Now, obviously, Cameron Duncan is not your manager anymore, and your wife Monica has handled, I believe, the negotiations for this upcoming fight with Pacquiao as well as your contract extension, and she's I believe you're going to be getting the best deal you've ever gotten in your career in terms of money. So with all that being said, let's talk about how important has Monica been in your career, because a lot of people don't know the things that she's done behind the scenes and how you've come up the hard way, and Monica has been so supportive of you. Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, you know, a lot of people can say, you know, this is going to be a disaster while we have his wife in his career, but, I mean, a lot of people know my relationship with my wife. You know, I mean, we're best friends, you know what I mean? We're best friends, and my wife has been there from the beginning. She's not like one of those wives that just, you know, I go to a nightclub, I pick her up, okay, I like her, whatever. No, it was like when I was poor, broke, no money, like this woman held it down for me, you know what I'm saying? She held it down, man. I didn't have a job. I didn't fight for like 8 months, almost a year. And, you know, she took care of me, man. She took care of the bills. And we made ends meet as much as we possibly can. We worked together, man, and we came closer, you know, in the process, man. Even when I was broke, but we were happy, man. And, you know, that takes a strong, strong woman, man, to be able to step in a managing role and to definitely fight for me and what I feel that I deserve. So, I'm very blessed, man, to have a woman like my wife, you know, being a part of my career. You know, it was kind of an easy decision, man. It was an easy decision because, you know, my wife is she's a smart woman, man. She's very intelligent, man, and you know, you're not gonna pull the fast one on her. But if she don't know something, she'll find out. I'll tell you that much.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, James.
Hey, what's up, Tim? Okay, so I was thinking about this earlier, and this is something that kind of shocked me a little bit. We rarely, all four of us co-hosts on this show, ever agree on a fighter to win a fight. We were going to life and death earlier today with Canelo and Angulo. We're basically all four. So I kind of want to lead it into this way. You see this now. You see the pictures on Facebook with you and Will Ferrell, and you see that you're kind of building your name as a star separate from the other names in the division. Do you finally feel that people are giving you the respect that you deserve, that you've been craving so badly for? And how, I guess, how is it different from prior to Pacquiao? Then you went to war with Provodnikov. Then you beat Marquez, the guy who knocked out Pacquiao. So I just want to kind of get your general thoughts on how you feel people used to view you and how you're feeling now that you're getting all this extra attention and people are picking you to be the favorite over Pacquiao.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, the people are really finding that I'm a true fighter, man, that I can really fight, man. Especially 2013 was a great year for me in boxing. It was great for boxing, period, man. Fight of the year with Provodnikov, like you said, and then bouncing back from, like, that fight and then fighting a dangerous guy like Marquez who just obliviated Pacquiao. It was like, it's like, what was I thinking, right? But I knew I had the capability of beating Marquez. And, you know, I beat a solid guy. I got a solid win. So people were definitely like, hey, this kid can really fight, man. We got to give him credit. He stood there with Provodnikov, and he fought a courageous fight with Provodnikov, which I gave fans an exciting fight. And then I outboxed and outthought Marquez, man. And, like, people didn't think that I was able to do it, especially after that Ruslan fight. So I was able to do that. So people are definitely giving me respect. The media, boxing fans, and just general public, man, it definitely give me respect. But, you know, there's still that question mark, did I win the Pacquiao fight, that people, you know, have in their head, like, okay, he did. No, we still believe that he didn't beat Pacquiao. So, you know, until he beats Pacquiao, then we'll really, really embrace him. So this is that fight, man, and, you know, I need this credit, man. I need the credit, dude. I need the credit of being an icon, man, a legend in the sport. And I'm very, very happy that Pacquiao and I came to terms, man, and going to make this fight happen for the people, man, because we need this fight, man, to happen, and we need a clear winner here.
So should you get past Pacquiao? I mean, obviously he's a pay-per-view star, but is it in your mind that you ever want to become a pay-per-view star so you could be that household name? And what do you think that it will personally take for you to actually get past it?
I just got to keep winning. That's it. I beat Pacquiao on the 12th. Everybody's going to want to see, you know, the two biggest guys in boxing, because I feel honestly I win, so I'll be a household name. If I win the April 12th, then I'll be a household name without no question, man. And and so everybody's going to be saying, they're going to say, oh, well, we would like to see Bradley Mayweather. You know what I mean? My name will be mentioned on fighting Mayweather, because that's the only fight that really makes a whole lot of sense. When I just beat two of the top fighters in the game, and the other one that's around the weight class is Mayweather. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know when truly I feel that I will be, but you never know, man. You really never know, dude. And I've done a lot of things in boxing. I mean, if you look at my resume, man, it speaks volumes, dude. My resume is a cold resume, and people really need to pay attention. I fought, not for no vacant belt. I beat champions. That's what I beat. I beat champions. I beat former world champions. But I've never fought for a vacant title, man. I beat the guy that has the title. I took it from him. And these are tough fights that I've been in, man. I think it was like 10 or 11 guys, who were either champions when I fought them or became champions after looking to fight him. He's a champion. And I told everybody he's going to be a champion after we fought. And he's a champion now, man. And so if you look at my resume, man, it speaks highly, man, and gives me a lot of credit on fighting the best opposition out there, man.
All right, and then I have to ask you this last question. Anyone who knows me knows I'm going to ask this question. We've spoken in the past about this. I've been vegan for 8 years, and the biggest question that I always get is, what do you eat? How do you stay healthy? There's no way you could be an athlete and actually become vegan and have it actually work for you. So I know that obviously you're only vegan during your fights, but what do you do? What do you eat essentially to tell these people that finally get everyone off the vegan, I guess, saying bad things about vegans, but what do you eat? And what kind of steps do you take to make sure your nutrition is exactly where it needs to be? Especially at a high-level athlete like you need to take a little extra precaution than someone like me that's just doing it as a dietary, I guess, supplement.
Man, let me tell you something about the vegan, man. When I say vegan, it's like because I don't eat anything with eyes or anything that, is processed as far as animal products or anything like that, or fish or any of that stuff, man. And it's true vegan, man, they're vegan because they don't want to hurt any animals and stuff like that. So I don't know if I can come up with a new name for it or something like that. Or maybe I have to think of a new name or something to come up with. But I can tell you this, man, that I see a lot of not only athletes but a lot of celebrities that are switching over to this diet, especially because weight loss, man. Weight loss is extreme. You're getting fooled up with high octane gasoline, with your vitamins, your minerals and everything you need, all the greens you eat, man. I mean, they're low in calories. Even if you just switch and just do one vegan meal a day, you can drop weight, man. And you feel energized. A couple of precautions you probably want to think about before you probably want to consult with your doctor. If there's any athletes out there, just don't do it like when you're going to get ready for a big event. Like, do it on your off time, when you have a little off time, and see how you feel, because everybody's different. But for me, it was for me. I did it 5 years ago, and it was for I believe it was for the Junior Witter fight. And to make a long story short, this story was told to me, okay? And then everybody else, and they can say whatever they want to say after that, but a doctor told me, he said, you see these big old gorillas? And I said, yeah. And he says, well, isn't our DNA supposedly be, it's similar to, the gorillas and the chimps? And, I said, yeah, they're all in the same family. And he was just like, you see how big they are? I said, yeah. He said, you see how strong they are, how fast they are? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, what do they eat? I said, well, they eat mainly off the vegetation off the land, right? They eat, trees, barks. Every time I see a picture, they got some dang leaves in their mouth. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think they're vegans, but, like I said, they'll kill it. They'll kill another gorilla. But, it's mainly what they eat, their food sources is vegetation on the land. And when he told me that story, I said, don't speak no more. Speak no more. And So I tried it, and I was training like an animal, man, for this Junior Witter fight, and I had more stamina, and I needed that stamina, especially in later rounds in this fight. I had more stamina. I was more energetic, and like I said, let me give you those two precautions. Your B12 can get a little bit low because you're not eating meat. Okay, mainly you get your B12 from meat. Yes, you can have supplements and all that, but you know you're gonna need to get B12 injection. Yeah, me, because I train like an animal, I get it every week. I get one every week. Someone like the average Joe, he can probably get one every 3 weeks or one every month. And that's one thing. Two, your iron. Your iron can drop too. So you definitely want to stay on your lentils, you know, your mushrooms as well. You know, so or you can take an iron supplement as well. Because if your iron gets low, you start to feel weak. And that's where all these people, they say, oh, when I went vegan, I felt weak. It's because you didn't know what you were doing. You had no clue what you were doing. You know, you got to do your homework before you actually do it. You know, and I did my homework, and I was educated on it as well with doctors and things. And like I said, it works for me. I shed a massive amount of weight. That's why I look so ripped. You know, when I'm ripped up and shredded up, you know, I go from this big, pudgy, fat doughboy, and then I go into this, like, you know, I go into training mode and eating the way I eat, and then I come out, dude, and it's just like I'm transformed into this, like, freaking warrior. It's ridiculous, and it's from the diet and all the hard work that I put in.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Oh, you want to know what I eat? You want to know what I eat? Okay.
Yeah.
Morning time, real quick. I'll give you just a little diet of what I do in the morning time. In the morning time, I got this green smoothie, all right, and your kids will love it, all right. So what I mix is kale, spinach. I also mix a little piece of mint, okay, to give it a little bit of flavor. All right. I also have a banana because I gotta have the potassium and I gotta have that energy, man. And it's so good for you. I have a little frozen banana. I also have like 50% apple juice, you know, and 50% water. Okay. I also add spirulina in it. Okay. And I also add aloe vera. I put that in there as well. That helps regulate your metabolism. Also helps regulate your blood pressure. Let's see what else I put in there. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's what I put in it, man. Spirulina, aloe, kale, spinach, banana, a little bit of apple juice, and dilute it with some water. I'm telling you, man, your kids will be killing this smoothie. It's a smoothie. They'll be killing. You can add blueberries or add your fruits, other fruits to it, and they're gonna love it, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna love it. My daughter drinks a smoothie every single day. Every day she drinks a smoothie in the morning.
Thanks a lot, man. I'm gonna pass you over to Vic.
I can educate, man. I can educate. Honestly, I know this stuff so well, man, that I don't even have a degree in being a dietitian or nutritionist, but I can do it. I don't need a degree, man. It's just from living, man. Been dieting and training almost my whole life.
We keep talking, man.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Any other questions?
Hey, Tim, we had Joel on last week, and he was like,
yeah,
he was telling us that you've been working on your punching power, and he was telling us, don't be surprised if Pacquiao runs into something. Can you elaborate on that more? I mean, you're not really known for taking dudes.
No, I don't know what it is, man, but I've been stinging, man. I don't know what it is, man. I just, like, we've been working on technique and everything, and guys and my sparring partners are definitely feeling it, man. It could be from the technique and me using my whole body and shifting and everything. But, you know, I can definitely feel the powers up. I'm sitting down a lot more on my shots. I'm placing my shots a lot better. I think people's going to see a different, more composed Tim Bradley in this fight. You know, at times I saw myself, I do get reckless in the ring at times, and, you know, I leave myself open. So, but I'm going to be more poised for this one and a lot more patient than everybody's ever seen me be. And I'm going to be sitting down a little bit more on my shots. So, It's working. It's working, man. And that's basically what we're working on in the gym, man. And, whatever we're doing right now, it's working, man. Like I said, I'm wearing big gloves, and they still feeling it, man. They still feeling the pain. So I'm happy about that.
Now, do you think it's more that in this camp, I know he said you were around, high 150s, that you're not concentrating on losing weight? He said this camp is basically 90% concentration and strategy and 10% losing weight compared to your last 2 or 3 camps. Yeah,
man, Yeah, I've always said, my downfall would be, because I always fluctuate up and I go up and down in weight, man. That would be my biggest downfall. That's the only thing that, honestly, I feel that can hurt me, is going up and down so much. Everything else I can pretty much stay away from, drugs and women and alcohol and, all those crazy things out there. I can stay away from all that, but I just love the barbecue, man. That's just my thing. I love the grill. And I love to hang out with my family, and every now and then I like to go over to McDonald's and have some fast food. And I know it's terrible for you, but man, I live a little bit too. I like to live a little bit, man. Be a normal guy every now and then.
How definitive does this have to be for you now, being that all the pressure from the last fight, and there's still a Mayweather-Pacquiao fight still possibly out there? How definitive does
that fight never happened?
They have to be from round 1 to round 12 if it goes that far.
It has to be convincing. I don't think the fight can be close. I think the fight has to be convincing, man. Like to where it's like, what is it? Let's say 8 rounds to 4, or it has to be really no questions asked. Like Bradley won that fight. He won that fight. And that's the way it has to be, man. It either that or it has to be like a knockout, dude. That's pretty much it. But, I can tell you this, I can tell everybody this, if Pacquiao don't knock me out, he's not going to win the fight. And I told it straight to his face. You don't knock me out, you're not going to win. I said it to Marquez as well. Well, look what happened. These guys, they're a lot older than I am. I'm young. And my stamina is through the roof right now. My stamina is through the roof right now, and I got 5 more weeks. I have no idea what type of shape I'm being in this fight. I'm being retarded shape, just ridiculous, sickening shape for this fight. And everybody's going to see, man, when I step on the scale on April 11th, man.
And finally, my last question. You beat Pacquiao. You pretty much put yourself up there, as 1-1A with Mayweather at welterweight. Now that you're with Top Rank, is there a way, Tim Bradley can reach out and say to Mayweather, hey, let's do this one. Let's do it. It just a lot of fans still want to see that fight. And now that you're with Top,
who's the biggest name in boxing right now? Answer that question. Who's the biggest name in boxing right now? Mayweather.
Mayweather.
All right, Mayweather's the biggest name in boxing. Who's his own boss right now?
Floyd Mayweather.
He's his own boss. Yeah, Mayweather's his own boss. All right? I got people that work for me, and we work together and stuff, with Top Rank, yada, yada, yada. We're on 2 different courses, myself and Mayweather. And, I'm not looking past the Manny fight, whatever, but I'm just speaking hypothetically. He's his own boss, and he said that over and over and over and over. If he wants to fight me, he'll make it happen. He's his own boss. That's how I go. We can make it happen, but it's up to him. It's all up to him. He's the biggest name in boxing. He's his own boss. Mayweather does what he wants. And that was mainly the decision why I said, do I wait it out? Do I go over and do it? What do? Do I become a free agent? Do I freelance? It was too much up in the air for me. I don't like to be, I don't like to not know what's going to happen. Look what happened to Amir Khan. Amir Khan blabbing at y'all on shows talking about he's fighting Mayweather and all this stuff. He got overlooked. He's gone. He ain't even fighting Mayweather now. So it's like, there was no guarantees I was going to fight Mayweather. No guarantees at all. So I did what was best for my family. I did what I felt that was right for me. And, you know, I said what's right for my family, man. We got to eat. And I know Top Rank very well, and they pay the most, man. They seriously do, man. And, you know, I feel sorry for them guys on the other side, man. You know, I truly do, man, because Top Rank definitely pays the most, man. Besides Mayweather. Mayweather makes crazy money.
I want to thank you for taking out the time to give us this interview. But before I let you go, I want you to clear up some rumors that had been floating around a few years ago about you and Karim Mayfield and him allegedly beating you up in sparring. Now that he's with Top Rank, HBO's clearly pushing him. You're signed and committed to Top Rank. Is this something that could be taken care of in the ring?
Oh, man. Hey, we'll be back to this sparring. Who the hell is Karim Mayfield? Who is that? Who is that? Is he a world champion? Has he ever won a title? Honestly, has he ever won a title? I mean, is he even top 10 yet? Like, are you serious?
There was a time
man,
top 10.
There's tons of sparring partners that come in, tons of sparring partners that come in, and, you know, they give me good work all the time. I'm not saying Karim Mayfield, he said he beat me up or whatever. Karim Mayfield, he wrestles. That's all he does. It's a wrestling match for him. Who wants to work when he just want to wrestle? So he came in wrestling, and we're like, dude, we don't need you. You know, get out of here, man. You go wrestle some other dude. Go join MMA if you want to wrestle, dude. This is boxing, man. Boxing. Let's box. Let's not wrestle. That's all he did was wrestle. That was it. You know, and he said, oh, he beat me. No, he didn't beat me up. He didn't beat me. I was playing around with this kid. It was like easy work, man. Easy work. And, can it be a fight? He need to pay his dues. Karim Mayfield needs to pay his dues. You know, he want to see me fight Pavanikov, Karim. Get in there with Pavanikov. You know, work your way up, son. Get a title first before you even talk about sparring. Come on, man. It's sparring. It's practice. Just the other day I was in there with a young boy. Yeah, he touched me up. Yeah, but guess what? I'm training like an animal. This dude is fresh. He ain't worrying about nothing. He coming in. I'm tired as hell. You know, I'm working with him. You know, we changing rounds and going back and forth. You know, and then he gets out the ring, and then I get a fresh guy to come in again. So it's not like, you know, every round they fresh. That's how we do it. Every round I get a fresh guy. That's how we do it. You know, these guys are fresh. But if we go 12 rounds, I'll stop them. No problem. 12 rounds, they won't even last 6 with me. We spar 4 or 5 minute rounds. They can't last with me, man. My stamina is ridiculous, man. They can't keep up. They cannot keep up, man. They have to go out and rest. I only get 30 seconds break in between, man. Sparring and fighting is 2 different things. When Kareem wins a world title, then he can even bring up whatever happened in the sparring session. You know what I'm saying? Until he wins a title. He has to win a title before he even mention Timothy Bradley. That's all out. I got 4 world titles. This dude have none. I mean, come on, man. Bragging about he won. That's like what's the kid? Giannis, Marshall, whatever his name is. What his name? What's his last name?
Martirosyan, yeah.
Yeah, he talking so, I was the last guy to beat Tim Bradley. Dude, you haven't even won a title. Who cares? That was amateurs, bro. That was amateurs, dude. You know? I mean, come on, man. It's hilarious, man. Guys are hilarious, and they get hyped up on sparring sessions. That's ridiculous. It's work. The fight is real live. You know, it's completely different. That's all I'm going to say about that now. So, he going to probably be loud and get all on. I don't get on that Twitter bull crap and talk and all that. No, dude, you see me out, you holler at me. Let's go.
Well, this is the Boxing Voice, and it's the voice of the people, so we wanted to give you the opportunity to clear things up. There's numerous YouTube videos about it, so we wanted to hear from the horse's mouth. But like always, we appreciate your time. Thank your lovely wife for setting this up for us, and we wish you the best of luck April 12th.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, dog.
Thank you, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Good night.